Well, hey there guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we are making a 9-men's Morris game. Now, what the heck is a 9-men's Morris game? I wouldn't expect you to know because up until recently, I didn't know either. 34 years ago, my wife and I got married in a very historic spot of the province. And just recently, not too long ago, we visited that spot for the first time since we got married there. And they had on display some old games. Of course, there was checkers, which is a very old game, and a couple others, but one in particular struck my fancy. And that was this 9-men's Morris game. It is quite possibly one of the most simple projects that I will ever present to you here on the show. But the whole thing is not this elaborate woodworking project today. It's about introducing the game to you and basically introducing it to young ones and letting them play. It's a great strategy game. It takes very little material, very little equipment, very little woodworking skill. Anybody can make it. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's head over to the bench. I'm going to show you what we're looking at for this project. So in order to start this project, you're going to need a piece of stock. You can use whatever species, whatever size, whatever thickness you want. For me, I'm going to be using cherry, and I'm going to be using 5/8 of an inch thick. And also, my size is going to be 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches square. So once you get that cut, you end up with this. And it's not very exciting, but this is essentially the board. This is all you need. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to use a circle template. I'm going to round off our sharp corners on each of the 4 corners. I'm going to cut them at the scroll saw, sand them up to the line over at the belt sander, and then I'm going to put a 1/8 inch round over all the way around our piece on both sides of the board to soften it and just make it a little better looking than a simple square of wood. And that is, for all intents and purpose, our game board. That's it. There is some marking to do and some holes to drill, but as far as the woodworking goes, this is it. So what do we do for the markings? Well, let me show you. Let's pretend that this is the surface of our board. The markings are very simple. We need a square on the outside, just like that. We need another square inside that one. We need one more square in the middle. And then we need connecting lines from the center of our middle square out to the center of the outside square. That is your game board. Now guys, you can do this however you want. You can use a Sharpie marker like what I just did. You can use paint, you can use wood burning, you can use anything you like. For me, I'm going to laser engrave this onto our piece of cherry. I do have an SVG file available that you can import to any laser burning software. So if you'd like this pattern, you can just send me a message. I'd be more than happy to share it with you. But let me get this engraved on our piece of cherry, and I'll show you what the board looks like. Okay, and this is what you end up with. And for mine, because I have the laser engraver, I've even engraved the rules of the game on the back. So there's still more to do. At each one of these intersecting points, I'm just going to give you a better look at it here. So each one of these points, we need to drill a hole. And that hole is going to be just slightly larger than 1/8 of an inch. Don't drill it through. We're going to drill a stopped hole. And when you get those done, well, then it's time to make our pieces. Well, in total, you need 18 playing pieces, 9 for each player, and they should be different colors. So just to make things a little interesting here, I have some 1/8 inch diameter stainless steel rods, and I have some 1/8 diameter brass rod. So I am going to cut 9 pieces, 1 inch long out of the stainless steel, and 9 pieces 1 inch long out of the brass rod. and these will serve as our game pieces. But now here's the thing. Cutting these with the hacksaw has left some pretty sharp edges on the cutting. So on each one of our pins, the brass and the stainless steel, just with a fine file, we're just going to go around and file off any of the sharp edges around the edges of each one of our 18 pins. And that, guys, is the project. This is the game. It's everything that you need in order to play this game. So how do you play? Well, you know what? This is a strategy game that was first mentioned by the ancient Greeks and the Romans and has been played throughout the world in various forms. But in the 19th century, it was sometimes played by shepherds on a board marked out on the ground, but it was also a very popular indoor game. So how do you play? Well, at the beginning of the game, each player should have 9 pegs, or men. There should be 2 players to play, or 2 teams. The game begins with an empty board, and the players each take turns placing their pieces one at a time on one of the 24 intersections that are marked out on the board. These are the holes that we drilled earlier. If a player gets 3 pieces in a straight line, either horizontally or vertically, they have formed a mill. And when a mill has been formed, that player may remove any of the other player's pieces from the board. However, if possible, they must remove a piece that is not contained in a mill. This removal of an opponent's piece is called pounding. When all the pieces have been played, players then take turns moving their men to alternative points. A piece may not jump another piece. It can only move to an adjacent empty spot. Players continue to form mills and remove their opponent's pieces. However, when one player has only 3 pieces left, their pieces can fly, hop, or jump to any point on the board. The players keep trying to remove pieces, and when one player has only 2 pieces left, or their opponent is blocked and none of their men can move, then the game is over. And that, guys, is 9 Men's Morris. And there you have it. 9 Men's Morris game. Guys, this is quite possibly the most simple project that I have ever brought here to a woodworking show. It's a 4.5 by 4.5 inch square of wood, 5/8 of an inch thick, with 24 holes drilled in it and some marking. It's not that special. It's no big deal. And although I went the extra mile with the laser engraved layout and the rules engraved on the back of the game board, that's not necessary. This can be done on a piece of paper with some coins or pebbles. This can be done on the ground, marking out the board and using sticks or whatever you find around, pine cones as your pieces. This game can be played anywhere. The fact that I've turned around and taken a scrap piece of cherry and some stainless steel and brass rods and turned it into kind of a travel game is just a little bit of a bonus and some fun for me. So I will be adding some Danish oil to this to darken it, and then of course I'll probably put a spray HVLP finish on it just to complete it and really seal it in, or maybe some spray lacquer. I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that. It's not necessarily about the woodworking here, guys, on today's show. It's more about learning something new, and that would be the game. I'd never heard of this game prior to seeing it at this historic site where my wife and I got married. And it's intrigued me ever since I saw it. So when I was there, I snapped some pictures of it, snapped some pictures of the instructions, and carried on. Those instructions that I rhymed off there just a little while ago, those are not my words. I actually typed those out from the printout that was there at the historic site teaching you how to play. So I can't take credit for that. Or can I take credit for the game? Because I didn't create this. This was created long before I was. So anyway, guys, this is a great little project, a load of fun. You should give this one a try. Even if you just want to play on a piece of paper, you don't necessarily have to play with a board that you made out here in the shop. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I will have on the website a PDF of both the board layout and a printout of the rules for this game. If you guys are interested, you can just go to my website, acutabovewoodworkings.com. You can download that there. Click on the free patterns section and it will be contained in there. You're going to find a photo of the finished game. You're going to find the free downloadable PDF file, and you'll also find the link or today's show. So it's all kind of a bundle package and it's free for the taking. So feel free to take advantage of it. I cannot put laser files and that sort of thing onto the website, but if you use Lightburn or what have you, I do have the Lightburn file for this. I also have an SVG of both the instructions and as well the layout, which you could import to your laser software and engrave yours if you have a diode laser. Either way, guys, if you haven't already, if you found any part of today's show fun, interesting, informative, entertaining, you know what? Why not like and subscribe to the channel? We have an incredible audience base here, and I'm hoping that you're going to consider becoming a part of that. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the project. I hope you found some part of today's show a little bit interesting, even if it's just the history of this game. I hope that you're going to give this a try for yourself and maybe play this game with your young ones. And more importantly, I hope you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another woodworking video.